Is that better? That should be better now. Is that better now? Yes, right, good, good. Let me plug you in there in that case. Right, there I am. That's better. Oh, I'm having trouble with microphones lately, I tell you. Good morning, everybody. So, let me recap. This is Secrets and Advice. You send me a message. I'll put my link here so you can find it easily enough. It's in my my bio link, so I'll type it in here. Bio link /A9630. So I'll type that in the chat there. Paste that in there so you can find my secrets and advice form. You anonymously use that. You can be anonymous if you want to be. You can give me a name if you want. You know, you can make up any name. Don't forget Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Yes. Let's get into that. Yes, so you send me a message, you ask me a question, you confess something you want to get off your chest, you ask for my advice. First time you tune into me on Haps. Hello, Noel Martin. You send me whatever message you want to send me. There's no way for me to know who you are. You can give me a name if you want to, but I won't know for sure if you are honestly who you're claimed to be. So it's all totally anonymous. I don't even get an IP address, nothing like that. So you use that form that I put in the bio link. Let me show you the bio link so you can see what it looks like. Bio link. But you want my one, so it's /A9630. So you get to that. That's my bio link page, and then there it says secrets and advice. So that's the one you go to, secrets and advice, and that goes to the Google. You should be able to. Secrets and advice. Right, where is it? Where's my finger? That one. Secrets and advice, and then it comes up with, where are you? There, secrets and advice, that form. Okay, doesn't show on mine. It shows on mine. It should do. Is anyone else not seeing it? Is anyone else not seeing that? You should see it. So if you go to, like I say, thank you, Noel. If you go to, as I say, bio.link, you get to that page. That page there. And then you go to secrets and advice. And there is the link. It's there. I think it's on the Twitch chat. I'll go over and sort it for you. That would be lovely. Thank you. We only have 6 options. You can go up and down. You can swipe up and down there. You should be able to swipe up and down on that. And it should be the 5th one, I think. So yeah, that's how you do it. So bio.link /A9630. Never mind, you found it now, have you? Okay. Bio.link /A9630. Then secrets and advice, and then anonymously message me. And I'll read out your advice if you say that I can. If you see it says, is it okay to discuss publicly on Haps Twitter? I should probably put Twitch as well there. If you say it's okay, if you say yes, then we can discuss it. You know, I can read it out. If you say no, you don't want me to discuss it, then I won't. Thank you for doing that, Gemma. Gemma is also in the Haps chat, by the way. Is it okay to yell it in the street? Well, I mean, it depends what it is, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, so there's only 3 questions there. There is, what would you like to say to me? Concentrate, yeah. What would you like to say to me? Is it okay to discuss it in public? And if you want, you can give me a name. So there's only those 3 things there. Like that. And that's all there is to it. Yes, excellent, excellent. So, last time, previously, on Secrets and Advice. Let me go and look at the previous questions. So, previous things. When we used it last time, since then, somebody has asked me, did I receive the packages from Amazon? Which I have done. Yes, successfully done. Well, mostly Zen. Packages received. That was the 2 packages that I received, which I opened last time. You can go back and have a look at that broadcast. That was the 2 books that I got, and my water bottle from a bike. So yes, received. Next next one was the packages are from your wish list. However, if you wish to exchange them, I won't be offended. I don't wish to exchange them. No, they're excellent. Update your wish list, please. I have put another thing on my wish list since then. Now, next one says, have you ever been pointed out to the flaws in your appearance? I think that means, has anyone ever pointed out the flaws in my appearance? Did you react? Was it offensive? And if so, how did you cope with the offense? Has anyone pointed out the flaws in my appearance? Flaws in my appearance? What flaws? Thank you, D. Polly. Bless up to you too. I don't know what that's about. Flaws in my appearance? I don't think so. I do remember. I remember when I was at school, I was about 15 or so. I wouldn't care, to be honest. I remember one girl said to me that she didn't like, can you see, is it that eye? Yeah, can you see my little mole that I've got there under that eye? She said that she didn't like that little blemish. About 10 years ago, that's right. I was surprised that she said that. What a bitch, I know. What you say? Yeah, I was surprised that anyone noticed. Actually, surprised that anyone cared. It was strange. Yeah, my reaction actually was, I had no idea that you'd paid that much attention. I didn't realize that she had that close a look at me. So I was puzzled more than anything else, to be honest. It was a weird. Anyway, yeah, must have I not that I know of. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's the only time I can recall anybody ever criticizing my appearance or pointing out my flaws. Was I offended? No. Surprised. Yeah. Kids are on time. Yeah, like I say, I was about 15, I think. She kind of said it in a. I don't know. Anyway, did you tell her fried eggs were not impressive? No, Laura, I didn't. You know the what's called the Esprit d'Escalier. the thing you think of that you should have said at the time. Later on, I thought I should have said to her, then stop looking at me. You know, if my appearance offends you, then avert your gaze. Yeah. I said you had teeth like a child and hair like candy floss. Yes, you did. Was that pointing out my flaws? You said not when I inquired about why you said that. Um, no, I mean, look, I don't care. Um, Everybody has imperfections and flaws. Pointing it out to somebody is a bit strange, a bit weird that anyone would do that. Was it just troll? Well, no, I mean, we knew each other. Not, we weren't exactly friends. Yeah, but we knew each other, certainly. You know, she was a classmate of mine. Maybe it was a bit under 15, maybe, yeah, might have been about 13. Trashy exercise condition? I don't think so. But anyway, no, it doesn't really offend me. I mean, you know, it's strange that somebody would want to do that, but yeah, friend social nice. I don't think so. Don't think so. Should have said, F off, you East Frog. Wow. Like I say, I was taken aback by it more than anything else. I wasn't in a place where I wanted to say anything back to her, really. I was just puzzled. While live streaming, people do point out these things because they're looking at you all the time. That is certainly it's true with women or people who present as women. Yeah, it's definitely true that they get more of that than anyone else, for sure. Right, next one says, this link ain't no secret. Come on, people. Okay. Okay. Right, let's see. Okay, right. So this one, if you've been watching previously, sign of superficial nature. Yeah, I agree. What did she do now? I have no idea. I haven't seen her in a long time. Right, so yes, previously we've had Helen, Leggy Ladies, Stalker. Here's the next installment. You told me not to message you anymore, Andrew, but I'm still stuck. I watched Leggy's interview with that singer guy last night, and she was all smiles over him, and he was laughing at her jokes, and I just felt all aflutter and jealous as hell. Every time I see her talking to a guy, I worry that she might have slept with him. Goodness sake, you do need help. Well, I didn't see it either. But, I mean, look, you've got absolutely no right whatsoever to complain about anything that she does. So it's, you know, if you feel that way, it's becoming unhealthy, yeah. If you're feeling that way, you need to get over it. Definitely. This is becoming a problem for you. No question about that. You need to get over it. You need to speak to her about it. But I mean, the way that you're going on, frankly, you know, if I was her, to be honest, the way that you keep messaging me and talking about her all the time, I wouldn't want, you know, if I was her, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with somebody who keeps messaging somebody else about me like this. So you need to get over it. You need to stop and you need to find something else or somebody else. Gemma says, for the love of God, just tell her now. You either tell her and either she will accept or say no, and you're in the same situation as now, but at least you know, but no offense. I'm pretty sure doing this week, this week in, week out, yes, won't help the situation. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. Am I a social worker? No. I have no professional capacity to do this whatsoever, but I like to think that I'm reasonably sensible about most things. If this was me, it would put me off, again, says Gemma. Just my opinion, though. Either say something or move on. Yes, I agree. That's about the size of it for me as well. Next one. Right. I started dating somebody in February. There's been a couple of red flags. Like she made me stop talking to a friend that I used to date years ago. She rushed me into saying I love you. She lives a couple hours away and I'm thinking of moving there and transferring my job. She says she doesn't want to move in with me unless we are engaged. Should I propose marriage? Well, definitely do not. So I'll read that again. I started dating someone in February. There's been a couple of red flags. She has made me stop talking to a friend that I used to date years ago. She rushed me into saying, I love you. She lives a couple hours away and I'm thinking of moving there and transferring my job. She says she doesn't want to move in with me unless we are engaged. Should I propose marriage? Definitely do not propose marriage in order to live with her, I would say. 6 months, chill, yeah. 6 months is short, it's quick. Especially if you haven't been living together or anything like that. Work institution. This is not. No, don't worry. Nothing to do with religion either. No. As far as oh, you mean the question? No, could be. Yeah. If well, you say the very first thing you say is, there's a couple of red flags. If there is, no. Do not get engaged when you have doubts, and you clearly do. Wait 2 years. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And rushed me into saying I love you. Yeah, red flag, that one, I would say. If you didn't feel very comfortable about it, then hmm. And she also says, why doesn't she want to move in unless you're engaged? That's questionable, I would say. Yeah, it could be a religious thing, James 30. Could be, but I think you know the answer to that yourself. The fact that you said there's red flags, I think you've answered your own question. See how it goes, maybe. But don't make any long-term commitment like that, I would say. If there's doubts, issues, problems already, then just leave it. Yeah, I would think so. If you really like her, if you are getting on well, see how it goes. But I wouldn't be. I certainly wouldn't be proposing to her. Don't be pushing anything you don't want to. Yeah. No, never propose thinking it'll make things better is a very good point. You need to work on things and see if that comes. Doing that only seems. Doing that only seems like a way of trapping yourself and them. It doesn't work. Perhaps talk about your feelings. Write a letter. That's always good advice. Write a letter if you can't open up. If it's only been 6 months, then I'm sure in time it will come. Just enjoy the time you have. But if you know there is red flags, just keep an open mind. Yeah. Hello, Senator. Dodgy. Questionable, I would say. Yeah, I think you know yourself. Okay, then now the next one. They've given a name. The next person has given a name, but remember, I don't know if that name is the person they claim to be or not. It's impossible to prove that they are who they say they are. They've given a name. I won't give what the name is, but the name's this person says, how do I make the move on Med? How do I make the move on Med? Well, now, could compliment his tentacles, perhaps. OMG, really not me, says Gemma. Well, it's a person claiming to be Gemma. That's what they say. I don't know myself. How do I make the move? Famously hard to contact. Oh yes. It was not Sean. Wasn't. Sorry to disappoint you, Gemma. You're putting Thomas to bed. My head's worried. Oh yes, rival. You wouldn't put that anyway, would you not? Oh, of course. Plenty of moves have already been made on the Med by Gemma, I'm sure. Well, how would one make a move on the med though? Just for theoretical, just chatting it through there. How would one make a move on the med, do you think? What would you do? Take the Poundland. I'm sure that would go down very well, no doubt. How would one make a move on the med? The med, what do you think? How do you think somebody would make a move on you? Got a Pound Bakery for a spot lunch. Just be forward and be like, yo, med, let's date. This could be the leggy lady person, could be. Meddling around. I mean, it's difficult to know, isn't it? How would I make a move on the med? I don't know. If I were interested in him. I'm not saying I'm not, you understand? Just what would I do? A regular viewer engaging in some tomfoolery. It might be, mightn't it? It might be. You want to... I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say anything of the sort. Does she have any idea? I don't know. Your money is on, yeah. Well, I might come back to that. Oh, I mean, oh, wow. How do I choose that? Oh, Peter or Pablo? You have to pick only one. Peter or Pablo? Everybody, Peter or Pablo? I mean, I don't know, pick for what? Technical help, I suppose. I imagine. Impossible, says Vigendo. Take him somewhere fun and education, and feed him vegan food. My suspicions. Why not both? Quite. I mean, at the same time. That reminds me of something. Can't remember what. If you pick Peter, you'll be waiting a month for a reply. Ooh! How does one choose? How does one choose? Don't do that, Andrew, but also do that. Next, right. Okay, slightly more serious one. I've been friends with someone for a while now, and I am starting to have feelings for them. Feelings more than friends, and know that I can't because it can't happen. What can I do? I love spending time with them, but it also is making me more and more attracted to them at the same time. I hate the fact that my heart wants what I cannot have. Let's read that again. I've been friends with someone for a while, and I'm starting to have feelings for them. Feelings more than friends, and I know that I can't because it can't happen. What can I do? I love spending time with them, but it also is making me more and more attracted to them at the same time. I hate the fact that my heart wants what I cannot have. So this person doesn't say why they can't have them. It says. I'm just seeing if there's there's no male or female pronouns in either the questioner or the object of their affection. So yeah, why can't you have them, I wonder? Do you know that for sure, or are you assuming that? Are they with somebody else? So without knowing that, without knowing why, I would want to know why. But let's it might be a fleeting crush, spend time with others and do other things, see if it passes. Yes, it does say I've been friends with someone for a while now. Don't know how long a while is, I suppose. Yeah, spend time with others, just, I suppose. just do your best to accept. If you can't be with them, if that's just a given, um, I mean, would you want to be spending less time with them in order to reduce your feelings for them? That's one way, perhaps. Or yeah, spend more time with other people, or talk it through with them, perhaps. I always think that if somebody is worthy of your affections, then they would probably be nice enough to understand the situation that you're in and not let it affect things. If you can't be with them, if there's some reason, then that's the way I think that's the way I would view it if it were me being the person who was the object of affections. I would think that, I would accept that. I would say, well, we can't be together. It's flattering, it's nice, it's lovely that you feel like that, but it can't happen for whatever the reason is. Um, um, I'd still want to be friends, I would say, because I would imagine. Um, so speak to them about it. Tell them how you feel. That's probably the best way of doing it, I would think. As was it Gemma that said before, write them a letter. That can be a good way of saying things. Thank you again, Nico. Sometimes in life we just can't have what we want, and we have to accept that and get on with lives. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Sometimes we have to move on, make ourselves move on, find somebody else, go out of your way to find somebody else, perhaps. Yeah, distract yourself, I guess. Right, again, this is from a person. I don't want to get into too much of this because, I don't want to, this isn't this isn't primary school, but this one says, "Why does vegan dough deny the fact that she is madly in love with me?" I think the key or one of the keys might be in that question. Yeah. I've had friends tell me they have feelings for me, knowing I'm in a relationship. I know I'd never be with them, and I kind of wish they had never told me because it just made things awkward for no reason and spoil the friendship. Fair enough. Tell Bobby McNasty I go by they, them pronouns. Thanks. Right. There you go. They might avoid the person totally. That's true. Yeah, that I suppose that is true. I think it's probably best to move on and. It does make things awkward. I would hope not. It's just a thing. It's just a thing, Laura. Next. Right. No, the mad question was nothing to do with the leggy lady person. I've only contacted you about leggy, and she is my only focus. Right, fine, okay. Right. Speaking of Peter, did you see the way he was talking to Leg on that photographer takeover then when he was No, no more of that. Doesn't matter how Peter talks to her. It's none of your business. Right. Okay. Again, serious. So this is somebody who has spoken here before, somebody who has had trouble with their ex and him being in a position where he has control over her and their kids, if you remember that person before. Yeah. Okay, so they say, I've spoken to someone on the chat that offered their advice. I've since looked up some of the information given and it's been really helpful. I'm currently taking advice. Uh, I am still in a bad position, but it's looking like I have a bit more of a chance than I first had. I have found a solicitor who's willing to give me aid. Thank you so much, person, I won't say who, for the advice. But I know who you're talking about. Please keep doing these, Andrew, and I will update you. I have also told the person who I have feelings for the situation, and she feels the same and is willing to wait and play it low key. Excellent. So I am a little more hopeful. I am currently in hospital though, sadly I overdosed last week. Things got too much for me. Oh my goodness. Let's read that again. So they say, I have spoken to someone on the chat that offered their advice. I have since looked up some of the information given and it's been really helpful. I am currently taking advice. I am still in a bad position, but it's looking like I have a bit more of a chance than I first had. I have found a solicitor who is willing to give me legal aid. Thank you. So legal aid, by the way, for people who don't live in the UK, that is sort of when you go to a solicitor and you don't have to pay for their legal advice. It's sort of it's pro bono work or work that's paid for because um, paid for by the government or by that solicitor because it's a good thing to do, or there's certain statutory rights to legal aid. Thank you so much, person, for the advice. Please keep doing these, Andrew, and I will update you. I've also told the person who I have feelings for situation, she feels the same. So again, to recap slightly, so this person, this woman, has just realized that they're bisexual, and she has feelings for another woman, and if this ever came out, then her ex-husband would essentially be able to take her children legally because he lives in another country and they have laws that would allow him to do that. That's right. She feels the same and is willing to wait and play it low key, so I am a little more hopeful. I'm currently in hospital though, as sadly I overdosed last week. Things got too much for me. Let me just check. Okay, messed up. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry that you OD'd. I'm sure everybody here would say that as well. Hold on to that hope. Yeah, yeah. It sounds as if things might be looking a little bit more positive. I get that you may well have days when things are feeling impossible. Yeah, yeah, Jamma. Yeah, so things might, your positivity, your optimism may well kind of ebb and flow a little bit. That's pretty natural. So I get why from time to time you would feel really down and really, as if there's no hope, no future. But there is, a hope in your better times that you can see that. As you say, getting a solicitor who's willing to help, your new partner who's willing to wait, that's good stuff. That's positive. That's better situation than the last time you were messaging me. That's really good. And it's good that person who you got in contact with was helping you and is in a not entirely dissimilar situation. And knows a few things. Yeah, I was just going to say the Samaritans, absolutely. Whenever you or anyone else is feeling down, you don't have to be feeling it in an overdosing kind of a mood. You don't have to let it get that far. In the UK, call 116123. That's 116123 for the Samaritans, and they will talk to you about things and help you. Hopefully they'll help you. Yeah, but that's that's good that things are looking up a little bit more. Yeah, Yeah, that's good. And I get why, you know, I'm not saying I understand why you would want to overdose, but I get why the feelings may get on top of you from time to time. Um, yeah, always happy for someone to DM me. I am not at all qualified, neither am I, but I've been there. I've tried to take my own life and come out the other side. My inbox is open. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, there we are. There we are. So thanks again for getting in touch and telling me, and allowing me to tell everybody else about this as well. Um, all right. Okay. Okay. Next one here. Um, okay. Regarding the person who I have been friends with for a while. Okay, so the reason I can't, they are married and it is long distance. So I know I can't and never would act on it as I value our friendship way too much. It just sucks that we can't always switch off feelings. It does. Regarding the person who I have been friends with for a while, okay, so the reason I can't, they are married and it is long distance. So I know I can't and would never act on it as I value our friendship way too much. It sucks that we can't always switch off feelings. Well, if they're married, if they're happily married, well, even if they're not happily married, don't do anything about it for sure. That is a perfectly reasonable reason for saying that nothing's going to happen. That's fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes, reasonable. So you have to move on in that case. I mean, yes, as you say, it's not always possible just to switch off your feelings. So you have to massage the off button a little bit. You have to kind of make yourself do things that will stop you having feelings for them. You have to ideally find somebody else, perhaps, or take yourself out of that situation. It's not an easy thing to do. Um, think about everything gross about them. Yeah, yeah. If they're human, there will be some things, no doubt. Allow yourself to be irritated by them, perhaps. Yeah. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. I think. Yeah. I mean, you know that. Well, yeah. You know that. Ask them to show them your moles, their moles, I should say. Yeah. You have to make yourself stop wanting them. That's what it comes down to, really, isn't it? You can't allow yourself to keep having these feelings because it's just going to it's just going to make you more and more sad and frustrated, isn't it? So you have to get yourself out of that way of thinking. You have to maybe avoid them more. Um, yeah, maybe just. Mhm, mhm. Um, maybe just yeah, find somebody else. Find some way of distracting you. Find a way of kind of, like I say, kind of massaging the off switch. Do your best to put an end to it as best as you can. Rather than trying to pick up a ping pong ball that's bouncing out of reach, they just can't catch it, and they're kind of bent over in that hunch, really unattractively. That'll work. Yeah, I know what you mean. Is that what turns you off in particular, vegan dough? I know what you mean about that though, when you're scuttling along and trying to catch something. Um, yeah, yeah, that ineffective way of, yeah, I know what you mean about that. Mhm, mhm. I've never thought of trying to imagine somebody doing that to put me off them, but yeah, I kind of get what you mean by that. Yeah, yeah. Next, yeah, no. Um, again, I don't want this to be about particular people. So I'm not going to get into this. Just generally open your DMs. Um, yeah, like I say, I'm not going to get into this too much about different people, especially people who are here. So I'm going to avoid some of these. Okay. My mother told me I'm a disappointment to her as I have not given her grandchildren, although I have never wanted children and she has known this my entire life. She already has grandchildren anyway. Why are parents obsessed with having grandchildren? Why is that what would make my life successful? Hang on, why is that what would make my life successful to our family? That's a shame. Shame that anybody would say that. My mother told me I'm a disappointment to her as I have not given her grandchildren, although I have never wanted children and she has known this my entire life. She already has grandchildren anyway. Why are parents obsessed with having grandchildren? Why is that what would make my life successful to her, apparently? Yeah, that's a horrible thing to say, that your child is a disappointment to you because they haven't given you grandchildren. That's a terrible thing to say. Disappointment every other way. Parents can't be nuts. You're not property of anyone. That's absolutely right. Yeah. Ugh, ugh. What a nasty thing to say. I'm happy, but yeah. Very common thing. Yeah. No, I mean, nobody's got a right to say that. Nobody. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's got a right to say that somebody should have children, or somebody should, you should give me grandchildren. Absolutely, nobody's got a right to say that, even if you are their child. No, and to say that you're a disappointment to them under any circumstances like that. I mean, it's a horrible thing to say. Um, yeah, it's completely not up to her anyway. It's entirely a matter for you. And it's it's a great disappointment that they feel that they can say those things and they can ask you to do things as massive as having a child. Only see what they want. Yeah. Well, some people only see what they want. Certainly, some parents and in-laws definitely. Yeah, that's yeah. I have every sympathy with you. I think that was a really nasty thing for them to say. And frankly, if that's their attitude to their child, then they don't really deserve grandchildren. If that's the way that they treat their own son or daughter. Um, yeah. Mm, mm, not nice. Next one. Right. So same person as previously. They are married. I'm not sure if it is happily. We spend lots of time talking, and it's amazing the way they act. You wouldn't think they were married. I just know they are and have morals. Fair enough. If you indeed have those morals, which you should have, it doesn't really matter if they're happily married or not. If they were to be not married, um, that might be a different matter. But if they are, you're absolutely right to say that it can't happen. Yeah. Get a puppy, says Shane. Yeah. Or a kitten. As long as it's for good reasons, yes. My parents say the same thing to me. It's actually the nicest things they say. Terrible, 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 terrible. Some people are just plain nasty, aren't they? Okay, so I know, because they gave a couple of initials, I know that was the same person there. About the married friend, I know it was the same person who was messaging before. And that appears to be the latest one. Never get involved in another's marriage unless invited into play. By both, that is. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Let me just check that. Okay, that's fine. Yes, by both. Yes. Yeah. All right. There we go. So I think that is the last one, or then what we are up to date and done. So let me just put my bio link again. So that is the link where you'll find my secrets and advice Google form, my anonymous form. You can use that at any time. It doesn't have to be during the broadcast. You can use that at any time to send me a message, and we'll start where we left off last time. And you'll also find other things there as well. You'll find my Twitter. I haven't put my Twitch up there yet, by the way. I'm not yet encouraging people to follow me on Twitch. It's just there. I'm just broadcasting on it. I'm not really using it, if that makes sense. But other things, my Twitter, my YouTube, my Amazon wish list, my Buy Me a Coffee, my link to Marie Curie, Claire and Jules there, a couple of friends as well. And I think, by the way, so the bio link, it's like, say, Linktree and some of the other ones. It's it's a place where I can easily put links to other social media or other things. And if you are thinking of having that as well, I would encourage you, as I have done, I would encourage you to put a link or two to other people who you like. So don't just make it entirely about yourself, but you can link to other people who you think might be interesting. Twitch is just unfortunately there. Because I want to link you up. Get your secrets and confessions in now. Let it all out. Yeah, a couple more actually just arrived. Right. Someone who I have been friends with for a while now sent me inappropriate pictures and video when we were talking. Now, I feel really weird about it and about them, but I do not want to get weird with them. Not only that, the friendship group we are in could be affected. Someone who I've been... somebody, yes, just got a new... Twitch follower, that's the word, Twitch follower. Doesn't it, Gemma? Someone who I've been friends with for a while now sent me inappropriate pictures and video when we were talking. Now, I feel really weird about it and about them, but I do not want to get weird with them. Not only that, the friendship group we are in could be affected. Ugh, like inappropriate artwork could be, and videos. Tell them to stop, I guess, and see if they do. Ugh, says Margaret. Yes. Was it in a sock? What? Oh, right. Was it in a sock? Who knows? Who can say? Any advice? Further advice about that? Should tell him straight out that you didn't, I assume you mean, didn't appreciate it, and set your boundaries with them. Fair enough, yes. Tell them not to. Yes. Didn't, yes, that's what I thought. Ask him where's the rest of it. Get away from that person. You're typing and walking. What, indoor walking? Yeah, okay. Say it wasn't appropriate. Say don't do it again. Yeah, fair enough. I'm sure they'd accept that. Hopefully they'd accept that. Yeah, so thank you to that person who just followed me on the Twitches. Why will you not ask ones about it? Oh, you say we can ask anything. and I want her. I want to know her feelings because I can't get my feelings and head around it. Well, speak to them in that case. No, I don't want. Like I say, I don't want this to be a way of talking about other people here. I don't want this to be a way of saying things to other people while being anonymous. That's not what this should be about, I don't think. If they were really offended, you then block them. Who gives a fuck about the friendship group? They were being gross. If they were, yeah, if they were being that inappropriate and that gross, then they shouldn't be in that friendship group anyway. You would want them to be in there, I would think. Hello, Jack 3D. Call them out in the group. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Yeah, so like I say, I don't. Okay, doors hot, says everyone apparently. Yeah, I don't want this to be about a way of getting to or communicating with other people here, especially in that way, anonymously. You don't have to be polite to creeps. Yes, that's true. Tell something you don't know. I'm just reading it out. That's all I'm doing. Ask them why they felt it was appropriate to send it. Yes, you could do that, certainly. Door should open a window. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll give it until 11. So if you want to send me some more, feel free. Go ahead. And what I'm going to do, no, I'll leave that for a while. I might do that later. Maybe off camera or off haps. I don't know. We'll see. Yes, but I'll give it a few more minutes to see if anybody else wishes to send me a secret, a confession, anonymous thing. Hello, Edinburgh. We can't do that here, can we, on studio? We can't send the hello from. Yeah, it's a shame. You've missed it, yes, just wrapping up. So, yeah, like I say, I'll give it another couple of minutes. Jake is a snake. Liberty deserves better. Who's Jake? Yes, that. Can't do that here. I mean, well, I can do this, can't I? Where's the wave? It's there. That. Yeah, and then where shall it be from? Do that. Still the old UI on the website. Okay. Oops, hang on. Where is it? There. I had a friend for years and years, and they were always platonic and fine. And then one night they sent me an inappropriate comment, and I was like, "Dude, WTF?" And I think they said they were drunk the next day, but I just ended the friendship there and then because it creeped me the fuck out. Well, there you go. Don't creep out the fuck though. No. don't creep the fuck. You know what I mean. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that might be a bit harsh, but yeah. Oh, one more person. This isn't a joke, and I know you think it is, but I have had feelings for you for a while now. You were very matter of fact last week and said you didn't want anyone, but do you really mean it? Is there no one at all you would consider a relationship with from the entire world? I think so, yeah. I don't think there's anybody who I who I would consider, to be honest. No, not interested. You're anonymously professing your love for me. Thank you, ER Nurse Blondie. Appreciate that. Do you? Don't watch pickleball. No, never heard of it. Drink is using the excuse so much. Yes, too much. If you can't control yourself when you drink, then don't let you drink that much. Just an idea. Yes, you're absolutely right about that. I quite agree. You confirmed that wasn't me, right? Not appreciating it. Well, no. I'm not saying I'm not appreciating it. No. I'm certainly not saying that. But yeah, there isn't anybody who I want. Yeah, sorry. OMG, she's here. Yeah. Okay. Really, is Med and Gemma in a relationship? I really want to know. You're missing match of the day for me. I appreciate that, Chucky. You've proposed to me for at least 2. Yes, that's true. You're a nice Blondie. Again, I know. He has a wife and a dozen kids. Yes, perhaps call me in the phone box. You never know what might happen. Yes, I appreciate you missing MOTD for this. Again, I know. It's nice to be popular, though, isn't it? People stick their nose in anywhere, don't they? Not with me, they don't. Like I say, I'm not interested in that. Yeah, okay. It's about 11 o'clock. It's about 11 o'clock. So we'll kind of wrap up there. You don't think I'm old enough for a dozen kids, do you not? Remember, being a man, there's very little, biologically speaking, in terms of time limits and gaps. So they're all smug. Yeah. Wait, I have a genuine question, says Chucky. Ancient. I mean, it's possible for a man to have hundreds of children. I'm not saying I do. I'm not saying I don't. Okay, still more coming in. Can I just say, now this is good. This is on point. Can I just say to the dude who keeps mentioning Leggy, firstly, what the fuck, dude, and grow a pair. I think so many of us would agree with that. A dozen wives and 1 kid, yes, that's possible. Do you think in the long distance relationships can work in the long run? Yes, I don't see why not. Language, I know. I'm just reading them out. Wait, what? Yeah, you don't want to know. That wasn't me, but I'd be happy to say that it was me. Yes. Yeah. Can long distance relationship work in the long run? Yeah. I don't see why not. Absolutely, you can make it work. Right, there is a guy I know that is obsessed with me, which is cute, but I've let him know I'm in a relationship. He told me nothing will put him off me. I like him as a friend. He wants to meet up, but I think it would be so weird to do so. How do I get him to understand how weird that would be and why it won't happen? Let's read that again. There's a guy I know that is obsessed with me, which is cute, but I've let him know I'm in a relationship. He told me nothing will put him off me. I like him as a friend. He wants to meet up, but I think it'd be so weird to do so. How do I get him to understand how weird that would be and why it won't happen? Have you said so? Have you told him that? I've let him know I'm in a relationship. Well, block him. Yeah. Obsession isn't cute. It's scary. Yeah, that I noticed that as well. It depends what you need in one for a relationship. Yeah. In terms of what the long distance one. Yeah. Um, hmm. Mm, yeah. Okay. So, what do you do about it? Well, you see, um, it's that he is obsessed with me, which is cute, but I've let him know I'm in a relationship. I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed by that. Um, let him know that you're not interested in meeting up and be clear and as harsh as needs be. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Um, yeah. Um, mm, mm. I think you definitely need to make it very clear that there's going to be nothing. He needs to know that, and you have to go as far as it takes to make him know it. So you stop telling him that you're not interested when he has accepted that you're not interested and nothing's going to happen. That's the only, yeah. Why is this session cute? It gets people killed. Yeah, yeah. Took out a restraining order one time, did you? Yeah. Okay. Male stalkers. Yeah. It's scary. Yeah. Well, quite. The word cute is puzzling. Um, yeah. Let him know. Tell him in no uncertain terms until he gets the message. That's the only way to do it. Look at the things girls walking. Was that was that half a comment there, Chucky? Needs to leave you alone. Simple as kind of scary. Get someone else to make it clear to him too. Could be, yes. Get somebody else to make that clear as well. hmm but that can backfire because then the person can put their frustrations onto that other person and say, "Why are you getting involved in this? Is none of your business. Stay out of it. How dare you?" Yeah. Um, I mean, if somebody volunteers to do that and say, "Look, pal, leave her alone," yeah, okay. But I would say don't ask somebody else to do that for you. It's up to you to do that. Um, hmm. um, okay. What? So, yeah. But yeah, tell him, let him know. Say so. Say something. Okay, that's the last one. That's the last one there that I've got. So, no more. Do keep sending them, but that's the last one I'll read out this week. Things girls have to do to stay safe, walking home, etc. Alone, having keys in their hands, for etc. Yes, I know. You're absolutely right. No woman should be harassed by some obsessed guy. That's true. It's absolutely true. Yeah. Um, you British people, people in the UK and possibly others, um, you'll have seen the recent stories about what happened down south about that guy who shot people up, basically. Um, I saw somebody, a man, put on Twitter. He said something along the lines of, "Remember, women don't owe you sex. No woman owes a man anything." And it's a shame that that needs to be said, but sometimes it does have to be said. You're not entitled to have sex. You're not entitled to have a woman. Um, yes. A sense of entitlement, indeed. It's a shame that that needs to be said, but it's absolutely true. Yeah, there it is. I know a girl I know pulls out a strand of hair and leaves it in every taxi she gets in. Imagine having to think about that. Yeah. And messaging your friends, texting them to say where you are, where you're going to be. Mhm, mhm. Yeah. You can get, because it might be relevant, it might be a thing. You can get these air tags, which you can keep on you, hidden somewhere, perhaps. I've got a tiger on mine. You can keep it somewhere about your person, and that gives your last or your current location, which unfortunately might be a good thing. It might come in useful, might be handy. Not being able to walk in it, yeah. It's actually recording online to play as though you're having a conversation with someone. Message me about that, Gemma. I'll see about that. When I was out alone last time, well, I'll say no more, but I very nearly needed it. Where does it give your location to? Well, this is, well, yeah, so I won't show you, but it appears on my my Find My. So I can see it here. Yeah, I can show you that if I zoom out a little bit. No, I can't show you that because it's too precise. But on my map, on my Find My Things map, it's shown there on my phone. So obviously it's only me that sees that, but if somebody else, if your phone is in the hands of somebody else who would be able to see it, then they would be able to see where your tag is. Or what you could do is you could send your location from your phone, allow somebody else to see where you are. So if you're going out somewhere, you can switch on your on your phone so that somebody else who you trust can see where you are. Does it track your last 24 hours? No, I don't think it does. So you can track your kids. Well, it has to be with your phone. So this is so that you can't plant a tag on somebody else. It has to be associated. So if you have one of these tags, it has to be associated with your phone. And if it isn't with your phone, if it's moving about and it's not with you, then it starts beeping. So you can't put it on somebody else because I think it's, well, I don't know if it was 24 hours, but after so long, it starts making a noise. So it tells whoever has it that it's on them. And the battery lasts a year. They say it lasts a year. It doesn't only work with iPhones. I think you can find them with Androids as well. But this is an Apple device, so it's supposed to be tagged. It's supposed to be, with iPhones. I tracker on my car a while back, yeah. So you wouldn't be able to find that, but the idea with this is you would find it, or they try to make it so you would find it, because it starts beeping. The actual use is so that if I keep it on my keyring or in my bag, so that if I lose my keys or if I lose my bag, or if I've got one in my car, so if I'm parked in an unfamiliar city or parked somewhere and forget where to park my car, I can find it. So as long as I have my phone, and it uses a kind of a network of iPhones. So it updates itself if somebody is fairly near it with an iPhone. They will never know that it's using their phone, but it connects to like a global network of iPhones, and it shows where it is. So if there's somebody nearby with an iPhone, it updates its position. Helpful when getting older, yes. Anyway, that'll do because we've been doing an hour. So we'll do this again in 2 weeks. Are they expensive? They are £25 each, I think. Does it run on a contract? No. As long as you've got an iPhone. And it comes with its own battery as well. And the battery, they say, lasts a year. And it's a normal watch battery. You just pop it out and replace it with a CR 2025 or whatever it is. You can get a pack of 4 for £100 or yeah, something like that. Maybe a bit less. And you can get, like I say, you can get a tiger, or you can get something. I've got my bag one here. And there, that one's a cow. Isn't that cute? Scary situation. Well, if somebody's putting a tracker on your car, yeah. They do batteries. I think they probably would do those batteries at Poundland if you want to take Jammer to Poundland. And tracker. By the chat, they don't have to be. This is just you can get a letter or a number or a couple of letters, or you can use this is an emoji. Basically, you can put whatever emoji you want on them. I just chose animals. So it's an emoji animal. Yeah, okay. Anyway, right, so we'll do this again in 2 weeks. Don't forget that you can keep messaging me on that same link. I'll do it again at the end. Yes, you could get an aubergine emoji if you wanted. Yeah, feel free to do that during the, in the intervening time. Next week, next Saturday night, we should, I missed out last week, but we should be doing charades. If people wish to appear as contestants, do let me know if you want to be playing charades or whatever we're calling it. Give me an Andrew. I don't know. Did you see Eunice Stubbs died this week, unfortunately? I remember, I don't know if the Med's still, yes, Med is still here. You might remember the Med. Eunice Stubbs, she presented an officer and a gentleman with each hand independently to her teammates, and they both got it at the same time. Do you remember when she did that? It was very, very impressive. Do I not have a list waiting to play? Just because I'm inviting more people to apply doesn't mean I don't have a list. Am I and the Med the same age? I don't know. I don't know what age the Med is. I might remember that though. Lovely tribute, thank you. All right, so should be doing that next week. Playing that, and 2 weeks. No, you don't know what age I am. Apparently I'm ancient though. Yeah. All right. So I'll see you in 2 weeks, or 1 week, or next scheduled broadcast. I think it's Tuesday morning for a bit of sketching. Oh, and maybe I might want a guest advice giver in here on camera sometime as well. We'll see about that. So if anybody wants to do that, let me know. Right, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a nice Saturday night. Cheery bye, everyone. You're bad at rice, yes, I'm sure. Cheery bye. See you next time. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, and thank you for the awards as well.